Good morning. This is January the 9th, 2025. We are in BBIS first semester compulsory English class. We started reading the story Rice Pudding yesterday, where we talked about how to read. We talked about how we read for academic purpose. We talked about the elements of a story, and then we began reading the story line by line. And if you remember, we found that the beginning paragraphs that we read, they were remarkable for vivid description, right? Though this is a narrative, means it's a story, right? But this story is highly descriptive. It is highly descriptive. If you know how to describe beautifully, you can be a good writer, because description is an essential quality of all kinds of writing, right? And description is difficult because to be able to describe something, you must have good vocabulary, and you must have a good vocabulary of adjectives. Okay, so we also talked about figures of speech, right? For example, we said there is personification in the story, right? What is personification? You treat non-living things as living things. That is called personification, personify. Sleeping is the characteristic of living things. But here, the sand is sleeping, right? So the sand is treated as a person. So this is called personification, right? Then we said there are various types of images. For example, this is auditory image. Auditory, words which impress your ears, words which impress your eyes, words which impress your nose, words which impress your tongue, words which impress your skin. These are 5 types of images appealing 5 senses. If a word is more about vision, seen, that's visual image. If a word strikes your ears, like this one, crooning or gurgling, right, then that's more auditory. If a word is about touching, then that's tactile. If a word is more about taste, tongue, you lick with the tongue and you know the taste. That is, I'm not sure, either it is olfactory or gustatory. You cross-check, I'm not sure, I forgot. Then if perfume, smell, it's either gustatory or olfactory. One of them refers to the smell, other refers to the taste. So that's what we talked last time. And then while leaving the class, closing the class, we said that this story, as he actually, this man is standing on the bridge, Tista River Bridge, and from the bridge he looks down in the river, and he looks at the sand on both sides, and looking at this, his memory is triggered, and he remembers one incident, one moment. So now here the story starts. So this story did not happen right now. It happened sometime back, and is recalling while he is there. You know, sometimes When you make a second visit or third visit to a place, then it reminds you about what happened in the previous visits, right? That's the case. During one of my returns from Gantok, I planned my overnight stay there. There means that place he's talking about near the bridge. On the bank of Tista for a day, the guest house was being renovated. Now exactly, market, guest house. This is exact location where most of the events of this story take place. So this is exact setting, place being renovated. So renovation, when houses get older, people change things, right? And the room I was allocated sent a strong reek of freshly applied lime washes. I'm not quite aware about the meaning of this word reek right now as I teach you, but I clearly feel like this is something about smell. Because the house is being renovated, and they are using lime wash, chuna, in Hindi you call chuna. They are applying they are whitewashing. And when you are newly coloring your rooms, then you have very strong smell coming, right? So see, this is smell. It should be either olfactory, I don't have dictionary in my mobile phone, I wish I could check, or gustatory. I'm not sure, you cross check. Can I get your attendance sheet back? She has come to collect. I wish she didn't come because I get distracted. Once I start my class, my habit is I don't want any distraction for 60 minutes continuously. So we have this imagery. As I said, this story is very remarkable for images. Its bright whiteness was quite uncomfortable. Bright whiteness. Now let's see, this is visual image. Visual image. Right? Quite uncomfortable. The guest house adjacent to it had been occupied by workers. Now we have new element here. This is the first time that in the story we know about workers. Now this the under character, where you are writing character in your note copy, for example, character. So you noted down the narrator first, right? Narrator. And sometimes non-living things are also play like a character. For example, I will say that even Tista can be a character in this story, because Tista is at the center of the story. Tista is at the center of the story. Though Tista is a non-living thing, but I'll say it plays a role. Then you have workers, right? And this story is about the workers, now we know. This story is about the workers and what they do. Now, in writing, this is called M dash. M dash is two hyphens together. If in your typing keyboard you type hyphen 2 times and press space button, the word processing software automatically converts it into M dash, a longer dash. Now, what is the function of M dash? Understand the function of M dash in writing. This is the noun or the word, and now the M dash will exemplify this noun, or it will define this noun, or it will elaborate this noun. This is the function of this punctuation. Understand such things, because you will you mostly see M dashes. So M dashes come to clarify, to define, to elaborate, to present a list. So here worker means carpenters, masons. You know, masons are those who build walls and houses. Masons, painters, porters, to carry things, busy in its renovation. They make up the plot of this story. He very clearly says that these are the people who make up the plot of the story. Now you have another word, plot. And you pretty well understand, literally plot means a piece of land. Right? We have this plot. But here in the story, plot is something, someone does something, then there's a reaction, another thing happens, 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 and then things become worse and worse, things become worse and worse, then tragedy happens, and then it moves on. This gradual, chain of events. Plot is sequence of events. Simply defined, plot is the sequence in which events in a story take place is plot. Okay. Now he starts their story, the workers' story. Now below, it's more about the workers. The narrator is telling us about the workers. So it's about, this story is about the workers and the narrator's impression of the workers. They all had cuddled up. It's night time. When this now in setting, you're right. Actually, he was in the bridge, right? He was looking on the sand from the bridge. And while looking down on the Tista river bed, he remembers his memories. And what does he remember? He remembers about a night. Cuddled up, making the day a special one, and were busy in chit-chat, each trying to overtake the other. You read Deborah Tannen's Sex, Size and Conversations, Why Men Can't Communicate. And here you read, all these workers are males. All these workers are males, right? They're male. And look how males talk. They're talking. And how do they talk? They overtake one another. You read Deborah Tannen said, when two males talk, they take each other as a challenger, right? Some were cooking and their talk was centered on the same about cooking. In fact, now connect, this is the first time you have the word cooking. And now connect the word rice pudding with cooking, right? Now we know the title now. Cooking and their talk was centered on the same. In fact, they were preparing rice pudding. Now, this is the first time the word rice pudding comes in the story after the title. Now, we know exactly what they're doing. Now, although inside the story, this is where the action starts. But actually in the story, action has already started because this is happening in his memory. Do you realize? He is at the bridge. He is at the bridge looking down. And this whole story is coming up in his mind, right? I don't enjoy discussions on food stuff. Okay, that's his nature. When you go for character study, when you analyze character, there are two things to look for. More than two, but you can look for physical features of the people, how tall they are, and then you look for mental habits. And this is the mental habit. He doesn't enjoy talking about food, right? Mental habit. Because when you pay attention to such details in the story, you better understand characters. You understand the character of the character. Yet I had no option. Look, I had no option in hand. I listened to their chit-chat. Sometimes I feel like this is not a good thing. He was in his room. Suppose this was his room. and the window was open, and across the window, workers were talking, and he was listening, like spying. That's not a good idea. He should be sleeping, right? But sometimes I judge his character, and I see he is not a good person, because if you're a good person, you shouldn't give your ears to other people, what they're doing. But he listens very carefully. You judge, I don't know how you judge, but sometimes I feel like he's not a good fellow. Because, why should he pay attention to the chit-chat? Outside the door, there was tranquil brightness of the time. It's night time, and there is full moon. The moon is shining in the sky. It's a beautiful scene. Outside the door, there was tranquil brightness, peaceful, of the time just past midnight. Oh God, look, past midnight. Why does he not sleep? I wonder. What kind of fellow is he? He wakes up till midnight to hear people. Or maybe their chit-chat has disturbed him and he can't sleep. Or maybe it's a new place and you are simply interested. Okay. After I spread the mattress on the cot and I looked out once again, the daylight had waned into dusk. Now I get confused. I get confused because here it says midnight, right? Past midnight, right? Past midnight means after 12, right? But come back here. After I spread the mattress on the cot and looked out once again, the daylight had waned into dusk, whose dimmer light spilled through the boughs and leaves of the trees. See this imagery. See this vivid description. Oh God, I can only imagine this. I can see this page in my eyes. As I read the line, I can see trees and their canopy and the moon up there and the moonbeams coming down the tree and then passing from the canopy, small rays. Can you imagine? If I was a movie director, I'll make a beautiful scene, I guess, right? With that camera, all the light going down. Beautiful. This is literature. This is the power of literature, right? Move ahead. Okay. Light spilled through. See the imagery. Boughs and leaves of the trees around had now touched them all. Now, from here till here. He's right. I was wrong. He is actually remembering the evening. He is remembering the evening. He is remembering the evening at midnight. Now it's correct. Earlier I thought there was a problem. Had now touched them all. Midnight. So, okay. If now you will see dialogue. In a story, one important element of a story is dialogue. What is dialogue? Dialogue is expression of thought. How do you know what someone is thinking? You know what someone is thinking by hearing them, right? So dialogue is a medium to express your thought, right? And in a story, mostly you should pay attention. If you see inverted comma like this one, then you know that a dialogue is beginning. Someone is speaking. And you should pay attention, who is speaking? If we are to have rice pudding, we need 2 liters of milk for 250 grams of rice. Said a voice. Why a voice? Why does he say a voice? Because it's night and he's in his room, in his bed, and he can only overhear the chit-chat. He doesn't clearly see who is speaking and he doesn't know them. So the word or means any voice or some voice. Or means one, or means someone, and or means any also. Or means many things. There's a beautiful grammar book to study which my son studied. I'll recommend you right here because I remember sometimes you might like to, if you want your grammar of English to be very good, study this book. Practical English grammar. written by Thompson and Martinet, published by Oxford University Press. It's a wonderful grammar book. My son did whole book in high school, class 10. It comes with, there are 4 volumes. 1, the grammar book. 2 exercise books. 3, 2 drill books. And I'll request you finish this all 4 volumes during your BBA, and you will see that your English becomes very strong. Your grammar will be flawless. I'll highly recommend. It's a wonderful book, unlike any other, to improve your English grammar. If you're looking for grammar knowledge, okay. I hope you can buy this grammar from Ekata book. I guess they have. It's not available everywhere, but duplicate copies are available on the internet. I don't know whether you should download or not, you decide. But there are online libraries, illegal libraries, they have copies of PDF file, right? You should pay the authors. It's not ethical to download from internet and read. Okay. Now, one remarkable thing, if you see, what is happening here? We need 2 liters of milk. Now, what is happening? Here is process writing. This is process writing. This is instruction. Someone is instructing how to make rice pudding. Now you will see that more here. And what is interesting, let's read. Repeated, said a voice repeatedly. Why repeatedly? Because he was afraid that they will make a mistake. Emanating from someone with bright but caved-in eyes. The voice, see the voice emanate, coming out. Emanating from someone, because you can't say, with bright but caved-in eyes. Caved-in, how beautiful description. Caved-in, have you seen some people have, the sockets are inside the, balls are inside the socket. This is the socket. This is the socket. And these are the balls. And the balls are inside. They are sunk in. Have you seen some people's eyes? You haven't seen, but I have seen people with we call them sunken eyes. A face with sunken eyes. Sink. What is a face with sunken eyes? Like my eyes are not sunken. Some people have these are inside. You feel like it is pushed in. Right? Beautiful description. Caved in eyes. He added, for the quantity of rice we now have, we need 10 liters of milk. How much milk did you pour? He asks. How much? It's 4 liters. He answers. 5. This is an expression of exclamation. One literal translation of 5 can be chi. Chi. The Nepali expression chi is close to the English expression 5. Not exactly, but it's close to the English expression 5. You will see phi mostly in poetry. And if you read Shakespeare's plays, you will see a lot of phi in his plays. Because, in 15th century, it was very popularly used. Phi on you. Pudding with just 4 liters of milk at such a place like Tista. This is funny. He says, we are at Tista and we must enjoy this rice pudding also like Tista because it's a beautiful place. Said the same voice that was bellowing. See manner of speaking, bellowing, manner of speaking, right? Manner of speaking. Putting in 4 liters of milk, he said in such a way that it seemingly was a black tattered patch, and he was demonstrating the same to everyone. Let's read again. I didn't get the meaning of this highlighted part. I didn't get the meaning. Come back and read. Putting in 4 liters of milk, he said in such a way that it seemingly was a black tattered patch, and he was demonstrating the same to everyone. I didn't get it. If you get it, you tell me. I didn't get the meaning of this highlighted part. For real rice pudding, we require many ingredients now. In exam, you may have a question, for example, short answer question like, what were the ingredients that they used, describe, right? So you should note down, you should recall. For real rice pudding, we require many ingredients. I'm very good at making rice pudding, by the way. I'm proud to be. I'm very good. I make wonderful rice pudding. I don't make very good non-veg items, but I make good veg items. I make beautiful veg mama, delicious, but it takes me 4 hours. I make beautiful, delicious vegetable, rice, dal bhat tarkari. I began cooking when I was just 8. Will you believe? At 8, I used to cook for my family because my mother didn't live with us. So I used to cook for my father. I'll cook for him, I'll wash dishes, I'll clean the room, and I also used to wash his clothes. So I became independent right from the age of 9. Cooking is, for me, baएं हाथ का खेल. It's good. Learn this thing. Learn cooking, learn cleaning, learn washing. Then you can survive anywhere. If you can cook, wash and clean, you can survive alone anywhere. Okay. For real rice pudding, what did I clear? For real rice pudding, we require many ingredients. So they're constantly rising and apparently rising and ripe tone. Rising, he would speak loudly, and ripe, mature tone. In the first, and don't forget, I'll highly encourage you to find the Nepali version and read the Nepali English together and match and then judge the translation. This translation, as I guess was done, I think was done by my friend, Mahesh Paudyal. We teach together at the university. He's a teacher there. I guess he has done it. And this is a beautiful translation. I appreciate. I praise him for this beautiful translation, right? In the first place, the quality of rice you brought is wrong. Quality, yes. खिर पकाउन ताइचिनको चामल चाहिन्छ. ताइचिन. बजारमा जानु चामल किन्न अनि खिर पकाउने चामल भन्यो भने पसलले ताइचिन दिन्छ. मोटो मोटो हुन्छ एकदम. अस्ति घरमा काम गर्ने बाबुले बाजुराको चामल लिएर आए. बाजुरा, हाई हिल्स, लेख, एकदम अर्ग्यानिक चामल, विकासी मल नहालेको, गोबर हालेर फलाएको. हामीले त्यसो भात खाएनौँ, खिर खायौँ सधैँभरि. अहिले पनि छ. खिर पकाउनु पर्यो भने त्यही पकाउँछौँ. यस्तो मिठो हुन्छ, यस्तो मिठो अरू कुनै राइस पनि हुँदैन. Quality of rice. If you want to make a tasty rice pudding, you must choose rice wisely. Quality. It matters. It matters. चामल चाहिँ अलि गतिलो भएन भने खिर राम्रो बन्दैन. See, quality of rice you brought, अहिले पछाडि story सकिने बेलामा, the story has a very different meaning. You will be surprised. एकदम अर्कै meaning छ. Quality of rice you brought is wrong. You should have brought nunia rice. Look, nunia, I don't know if it is jeera namak. Jeera namak is one type of rice in India we used to eat. यसले के हुन्छ एकदमै कम पानी खान्छ. जीरा नमकको विशेष सानो दाना हुन्छ, एकदमै थोरै पानी खान्छ, पकाउँदाखेरि परपरसँग बास्ना आउँछ अनि खाँदा असाध्यै मिठो हुन्छ. I don't know about this nunia, but I guess the same. With fine, smooth grain. Do you see? They are very carefully discussing the ingredients of rice pudding. And that has a meaning for you. Actually, this story is about rice pudding, but it is about something else. Even alwa is extremely costly here. Another rice brand. Set a voice apparently of maybe these are the local Raithane rice varieties around Sikkim, Gangtok, Darjeeling. Said a voice apparently of a fat, stout man. Fat, stout man. See the visual image. They cheat us exchanging Rangune alwa for hill rice. See, he says that they give us Rangune alwa, whereas we want hill rice. They cheat, shopkeepers. Now look, another one. Look what it says. You cops in Nepali, murdar. Have you heard people say when men talk, men talk obscene. When women talk, I don't think they talk slangs and dirty language. Though on Facebook I see these women talk more dirty things, right? But men often talk dirty things, right? By nature, when two men gather, they quickly move to slangs and obscene language. That's what you can see there. Men, abuse a lot. You cops, talai murdar. I don't know the Nepali version. I haven't heard the Nepali version, right? It's just like hill, what is that? Bayarni, maybe another variety of rice. You can have a question in the exam. What are the different varieties of rice mentioned in the story rice pudding list? Said another is seconding the previous speaker. If the ingredients are available and you want real pudding, he said without looking at anyone, old nunia is good. Black nunia is even better. It sends a tantalizing smell. करीब 20 वर्ष अगाडि एउटा साथीका कीर्तिपुर गएको थिएँ. उहाँले खुवाउनु भएको भातमा लाइफ लङ बिर्सिँदैन. मौसुली चामल थियो अनि उहाँले चाहिँ धादिङमा उहाँको आफन्त हाकिम अनि उहाँको आफन्त धादिङमा हाकिम भएकोले धादिङबाट चामल एकबाट पठाइदिया रहेछ. अनि त्यो चामलको विशेषता के रहेछ भने त्यो एकदमै लेखमा चाहिँ 6-7 महिना पानी लगाएर फलेको चामल रहेछ कि पानी फ्रेस पानी आइरहने त्यो मूलको पानी आएर फलेको पानी रहेछ कि त्यो पानीको कारणले धान मिठो हुँदो रहेछ. त्यति मिठो मन्सुरी मैले अहिलेसम्म लाइफमा खाएकै छैन. कुनै महँगो चामल पनि त्यस्तो हुँदैन. अब टेस्ट भन्न मलाई आउँदैन नेपालीमा कसरी भन्ने त यति मिठो कि आई क्यान फर्गेट के. हामी आफै पकाएर खाएको अनि त्यो कुजिनी के भन्छ नि त्यो फर्सीको कैँडा सब पकाएर खाएको त कहिले बिर्सिँदैन, राइट? यहाँ अलिकति बियर इट. देयर इज प्रब्लम विथ स्क्यानिङ. Smell should be cooked in some 10 to 12 liters of milk. See, both quality and quantity are important. Do you see here? You just like quantity is not important. गाली गरिरहेको थिएँ नि, अटेन्डेन्स हेरिरहेको थिएँ नि, मैले दिन नगर भनिरहेको थिएँ नि, तर यहाँ के देखियो? Sometimes amount and quality both are important. Well, के भन्दैछ? You must have 12 liter. दूध कम पनि मिठो हुँदैन खिर. And you must have old nunia rice. If it's milk water, you need about 15 liter. If the milk contains water, look how careful the person is. While boiling to send off 5 liters of water, all rice seedlings get crushed. Oh, पानी हाल्या खिरमा दुध पकाउनु हुँदो रहेछ किनकि त्यो पानी सुकाउनलाई धेरै बेर पकाउनु पर्यो अनि धेरै बेर पकाउँदाखेरि चामल टुक्रा टुक्रा भयो. कति साइन्स द साइन्स अफ कुकिङ. हेर्नुहोस् त कस्तो साइन्स छ. त्यही भएर खिर खाने मिठो खिर पकाउने भए पानी नभए दुध चाहियो. पानी हालेको दुध छ भने त्यो दुध पानी सुकाउनु पर्यो अनि पानी सुकाउँदा के भयो त चामल चाहिँ पुरा फाँडो पर्छ कि त्यो मिठो हुँदैन कि. गेट क्रस्ड इन्टु अ पेस्ट and all you have is gruel. अनि के हुन्छ त्यो हिजो मलाई मिसेसले खुवाए जस्तो हुन्छ त्यो ढिँडोको पोरिज खुवाइरहेको थियो कि मलाई चिसो लाग्छ भनेर ढिँडोको पानी हालेर बनाउँछ नि पिउने जस्तो. If the milk is pure like a punch, the seeds remain intact. If milk is pure, the seeds remain intact. Gruel like pudding gets overcooked from below. पानीको खिर भयो भने के हुने रहेछ? धेरै बेर पकाउँदा त्यो दाना फुट्दो रहेछ नि, तलबाट डढ्दो रहेछ कि तलबाट पिनबाट डढ्ने रहेछ. कति साइन्स हेर्नुहोस् त. Men are talking about cooking like women. यति त womenलाई पनि थाहा नहोला about rice cooking. Pudding gets overcooked from below and reeks of the same all through. One who gets his share from the bottom is अब त्यो तलबाट खाँदा डढ्ने गनाउने भयो नि त हैन डढेको. Look, beautiful description. नोइज नगर्नुहोस्, पियर गर्नु। म तपाईँलाई पढाइरहेको छु, मलाई थाहा छ बोरिङ हुन्छ, डल हुन्छ, मलाई थाहा छ, तर धैर्य लिएर सुन्नुहोस्, घर गएर पढ्नुहोस्, फेरि दोहोऱ्याएर आफूले, अनि बुझ्नुहोस्। म यसरी नै पढाउँछु, यो सेमेस्टरभरि यसरी पढाउँछु भनेर डिसाइड गरेँ हो। लास्ट इयर यसरी पढाएको होइन। तपाईँले लास्ट इयरको भिडियो हेर्नु होला, कहिले पनि म यसरी एक दिन पनि पढाएको छैन लास्ट इयर। तपाईँ 2023 भिडियो हेर्नु होला, मैले सिङ्गल डे पनि यसरी पढाएको होइन। आई एम टिचिङ कम्प्लिटली 100% डिफ्रेन्टली। र सेकेन्ड सेम तपाईँलाई पढायो भने यसरी पढाउँदैन, फेरि अर्कै किसिमले पढाउँछु। तपाईँलाई मैले बाइचान्स पढायो भने हेर्नु होला, आई विल टिच 100% डिफ्रेन्टली। द्याट्स माई ह्याबिट। ओके, I don't know if he said it's like brushing teeth or something like that. I didn't clearly get him. After a while, yet another voice came from another end. Will milk alone do? You need pasta, raisin, almonds, cinnamon, coconut, bay leaf, and I don't like cloves. मलाई त्यो खिरमा चाहिँ क्लोभ हालेर म खानै सक्दिनँ, म त गाली गर्छु। दुईवटा कुरा मलाई फिटिकै मन पर्दैन। खिर मान्छेले हाल्छ, एउटा मरिच हाल्छ खिरमा, किचिक टोकियो भने तितो हुन्छ मुखमा, मरिच हाल्छ कि पेपर। अर्को चाहिँ क्लोभ हाल्छ, ल्वाङ, फिटिकै मन पर्छ। आई हेट ल्वाङ टोक्यो खिरमा भने त यस्तो नमिठो हुन्छ, आई डोन्ट लाइक। बट वी सुड कुक। Now how to cook? Look here, how to cook? We should cook it in steady mild flame. तपाईलाई थाहा छ? कहिले ट्राई गरेर हेर्नुस्। सोलर लिएर आउनुस् बजारबाट किनेर, सोलर, खाना पकाउने सोलर, सोलर छाता पाउँछ के, त्यसमा खाना पकाएर हेर्नुस्, यति टेस्टी हुन्छ। सेम इन्ग्रेडिएन्ट। मैले के बुझेँ भन्दा जति स्लो पकायो नि त्यति खानेकुरा मिठो हुँदो रहेछ। तपाईँले कुकरमा पकाएर खाइराख्नु भएको छ नि, राइस कुकर अथवा प्रेसर कुकरमा, एक दिन तपाईँले चाहिँ भट्टुमा पकाएर खाएर हेर्नुहोस्, यु विल सी द डिफरेन्स। दाल कुकरमा 10 मिनट पाक्छ, खुला भाँडामा चाहिँ 1 घन्टा लाग्छ, 1.25 घन्टा लाग्छ कि। तपाईँ एक दिन ट्रायलको लागि त्यही दाल 1.25 घन्टा लगाएर पकाएर खाएर हेर्नुहोस्, द टेस्ट इज 100% डिफरेन्ट, एकदमै फरक हुन्छ। अझ मैले सोलरमा चिया पकाएर खाएको छु कि, यति मिठो हुन्छ, यति मिठो हुन्छ, पाक्न 1 कप चिया पाक्न आधी घन्टा लाग्छ, बिस्तारै पाक्छ कि। अनि मैले के बुझेँ भने खानेकुरा जति स्लो आगोमा चाहिँ पकायो उति मिठो हुँदो रहेछ। अब हामी के गर्छौँ, हामी त छिटो खानु पऱ्यो नि त, होइन? हाम्रो सबैको छिटो भइरहेछ नि, पकाउने छिटो, खाने छिटो, हुर्किने छिटो, मर्ने छिटो। ख्याल गर्नुभएको छ मान्छेहरूमा? पकाउने छिटो, खाने छिटो, हुर्किने छिटो, मर्ने छिटो, रोग पनि छिटो। We are the छिटो generation, right? So cook slow, eat slow, grow slow, live longer. Just like, hey, I don't know. Cook slow, eat slow, live longer, right? Raisins should be added later. Oh God, oh, look the science of cooking. Raisins should be added later. If added before, they can all get smashed. Why later? अगाडि हाल्यो भने के हुन्छ? टुक्रा पर्छ भने। It said, what difference does that make? YouTube मा जानुस् भरे दिउँसो अनि how to make sweet rice pudding भन्नुस्, भिडियो हेर्नुस् अनि ट्राई अनि म्याच गर्नुस्, मिल्छ मिल्दैन। What difference, एउटा च्यानल छ, त्यो हेरे पनि हुन्छ, त्यहाँ होला यसको भिडियो। जानुकाज किचन भन्ने छ, त्यो मेरो भाइको श्रीमतीको किचन हो, मैले रेकमेन्ड गरिदिएको, प्रचार पनि हल्ला गरिदिएको कि। तपाईँको उसले बिचरा मिठो मिठो डिस बनाएर हाल्छ, आई एप्रिसिएट। यो हेर्दा हुन्छ, यो उसको होला, उसको च्यानलमा राइस पुडिङ हुनसक्छ। सी लिभ्स इन साउथ इन्डिया, उसले बढी चाहिँ साउथ इन्डियन डिसहरू बढी हाल्छ। वाट डिफरेन्स डज द्याट मेक? आई मिन एडिङ अल दोज थिङ्स, आस्क्ड अ श्रिल क्युरियस भोइस। सी द इमेज, श्रिल क्युरियस भोइस। इट्स फर ग्रेट टेस्ट, for flavor, for energy, shouted all buzzing like insects. Beware, you can be addicted, said a voice. Seemingly like the remnant of the earlier bantering, you may seek for pudding even in dreams, may console yourself that way. Oh, if you cook as I tell you, the pudding will be so sweet, you will look for the same pudding even in dream. If pudding is prepared here, the flavor reaches the nose of a passerby there on the road. Said another man, Carefully, I tried to feel the smell of their pudding. No, I could not feel any of it. मान्छे गफ लाउने बानी हुन्छ नि, गफ दिइरहेछ नि, मैले भनेपछि पकायो भने त उहाँ बास्ना आउँछ अरे, उहाँ बास्ना आउँछ अरे कि उसले के भन्छ, म यही बास्ना आइरहेछ नि भन्छ. Look, how beautiful story. Your pudding, its flavor doesn't even reach someone sitting very near, said the oldest of them blatantly. It's you who refuse to contribute cash when we propose to overlook. They are workers, poor people. So everybody has given money to cook the rice pudding. We propose to overlook everything else and eat perfect rice pudding, he said in reaction. We should eat and live on. What if we have to steal? I like this line. जे छ त्यही खाएर बाँच्नु, अर्काको चोर्ने हैन. We should eat and live on. What if we have to steal, earn or postpone others' payment? We must have the guts to live on. जे छ त्यसै बाँच्नु. I like this line. We should eat and live on what we have. All of their voices muted. I happened to be waiting for the same silence, giving a tapping on the ground in reaction. I entered my room and started moving about. The announcement of my presence forced the flow of their chit-chat in another direction, as does a rolling boulder to a river. This is simile. This is simile. Comparing between the movement of the boulder in the river with their chit-chat talk. It does not suffice to gather ingredients. Please focus on the word ingredient because it has a different meaning later on. One also needs the skill. Focus on this thing. To cook them, said someone, making an initiation fresh like white vapor. It's not good to eat pudding every day. You should find proper time and mood, another one said. If so, eating pudding is not easy, said another, letting out an acrid sound imagery. Impossible, he said. Unable to hold my laughter, I looked out. Everything looked quite ordinary. The dark trees stood motionless in the night. Stir, else it can get burned. Maybe it's cooked now. It's cooked. See the dialogue now. Now there is more action. There is more action. The story is getting to the climax. No, it's not properly cooked yet. It's ready, they claimed, and removed the pot from the fireplace. I could sense that they all moved a few steps backward while others selected proper spots for themselves and sat down. Now they are distributing the rice pudding. While they were eating, someone asked, म यो स्टोरी राम्रोसित बुझ्छु. किन बुझ्छु भने बच्चामा चाहिँ म 10 वर्षको हुँदाखेरि पोखरा झरेर हामी 12 घण्टा हिँड्नु पर्थ्यो घर पुग्नलाई. अनि त्यसरी घर हिँड्दाखेरि बाटोमा चाहिँ भरियाको ग्रुपहरू हुन्थ्यो, 8 जना 10 जनाको. उनीहरू गरिब हुन्थ्यो, उनीहरू खानेकुरा बोकेर लिएर चामल बोकेर हिँड्थ्यो, ढिँडो कोदो मकै बोकेर लिएर हिँड्थ्यो आफै. अनि बाटोमा ढुङ्गा राखेर जङ्गलको दाउरा ल्याएर आफै पकाएर खान्थे कि. मैले यस्तो धेरै सिन देखेको छु बच्चामा. तपाईँले देख्नु भएको छैन होला, मैले धेरै देखेको छु. I could sense that they all moved a few steps backward while others selected proper spots for themselves and sat down. While they were eating, someone asked, it smells of something uncomfortable. La, खीर बिग्रिएछ कि गडबड भयो खीरमा. के भयो I don't know. हेर्नुस् है, हेर्नुस् एकपरि के भयो, घिउ हालेर खाना पकाइयो, बडा मेहनत गरेर. खाने बेला त बान्ता आयो. भएछ के भने त्यो घिउ चाहिँ मुदुसमा राखेर चाहिँ काठको बाकसमा, अनि त्यो काठको बाकसमा मट्टीतेलको भाँडो पनि राखेर छ कि 2-3 महिना. अनि त्यो मट्टीतेलको भाँडो र खीर घिउसँग राखे भएर मट्टीतेल पुरै उडेर घिउमा आएर बसेर छ कि. अनि घिउ त पुरै मट्टीतेल, पकाएको घिउ भात घिउवाला त काँदा त उल्टी आयो कि. अहिले सम्झे something has gone wrong here. Something has gone wrong. Look here. Why the pudding is uncomfortable? I feel the same. It's firewood. One says, दाउरा पकायो भने ख्याल गर्नुपर्छ. खाना दाउरामा पकायो भने सुरुमा गनाउँछ. तपाईलाई बानी छैन भने खान सक्नुहुन्न, गन्ध आउँछ, धुवाको गन्ध आउँछ. I have carefully smelled it for long, said someone. Their suspicion kept rising and dying out. It's sort of sugar. Someone says, chini pugena, said someone, and walked a few steps, brought some sugar and added to his share. If you like pudding to be sweeter, and add jaggery. What is jaggery? Beli गुण हुन्छ नि. सुगर भनेको केमिकल हालेको सेतो हुन्छ, जैगरी भनेको ब्राउन कलरको हुन्छ नि, येलो कलरको. बेली गुण. Not sugar, it imparts a great color too. said the man who initiated the conversation before. Black jaggery won't do. Palm jaggery, that comes in layers, is the best. The second one offered an immediate corrigendum. Have you seen? When men speak, they correct each other. Because see what Deborah Tannen said in the story, why men can't have communication. Look here the challenge. एउटाले बोल्यो अर्कोले सोचिहाल्नु पर्ने. लोग्ने मान्छे बानी के हुन्छ? एउटाले बोलेपछि अर्कोले त करेक्सन गर्छ के. See this thing. How to eat pudding? How to eat pudding with black jaggery? Pooh, chi, pooh. How much should we talk about eating? You have hardly had any pudding today, and you started talking so big, it makes me ashamed. He had said it loud enough to make me hear. He had thus tried to lighten his guilt to some extent. They all got busy in a few gulps of pudding. It's in no way better than mere rice and milk, and so somebody says it's just like rice and milk. When a bold voice made this remark, they all burst into laughter. The man who claimed of good cooking skills laughed for the longest time. When he carried on his intermittent laughter, others laughed out as well. After 4 years, I comprehend the true essence of that incident today. Now, the story is over here. Now the writer is going to tell you what lesson did he learn from this story. And this is more important for you. Then there's one say, अब writerले चाहिँ memory सिद्धियो, memory is over. अब त्यो memoryबाट के सिक्यो जिन्दगीमा, he is telling. After 4 years, I comprehend the true essence of that incident today. The pudding they were making is like our life. Now look, rice pudding is compared to life. Our minds are full of ideals like ingredients. Our mind has ideals, ideas like ingredients. Rather that make us think we should live life this way, put it to such and such work, and use it this way or that. In reality, however, our life always plagued. See, it's very meaningful. See, the story has come to the end. See the last part. See the last part. What do you learn? Our life always plagued by errors, scarcities, and wanting is more like their pudding, which was like a crude parody of the ideal pudding they were talking about. What is the lesson? Do not be idealist. Be practical. त्यो पुडिङ किन बिग्रियो? साह्रै मिठो बनाउँछ भन्दा बिग्रियो के? एकदम मिठो बनाउँछ बिग्रियो. Don't be very ambitious. Be practical. Couldn't life be like the tista, which is nothing but an ideal, no matter where it flows and how? Life should be like river. You accept the path as it is and flow. Life should be like a river. नदीले के गर्छ? ठुलो ढुङ्गा आयो, एकचोटि हान्छ, छेउबाट जान्छ. त्यही लडेर बस्दैन नि. तपाईको लाइफमा ठुलो समस्या आयो, त्यही जुधेर बस्ने होइन. Forget the समस्या, move ahead. तपाईको लाइफमा ट्रेजेडी आयो, त्यही रोएर बस्ने होइन. Forget the tragedy, move ahead. This is what the river does. This is what the river does. Why is river successful in reaching the ocean from Himalayas? Because the river never spends too much time with the blocks on the way. It just moves ahead. यता ब्लक आयो यता हिँड्छ. ख्याल गर्नुभएको छ? रिभरमा जहाँ ब्लक आयो, ढुङ्गा आयो, छेउबाट जान्छ नि पानी. त्यही लडेर बस्दैन नि. ढुङ्गा सार्न बस्दैन नि. त्यही भएर यसले के सिक्नुभयो? तपाईको जीवनमा कुनै दुःख छ, त्यसलाई मेमोरीमा पन्छाएर अगाडि बढ्नुस्. त्यही दुःखलाई सम्झिने, बिहान पनि त्यही सम्झेर रुने, बेलुका पनि त्यही सम्झेर रुने, सिरकमा पनि त्यही सम्झेर रुने, घरमा त्यही सम्झेर रुने, जिन्दगी तहस नहस हुन्छ. बी लाइक अ रिभर. दुःख छ, सुख पनि छैन, अगाडि बढ्नुस्. कति राम्रो लेसन हेर्नुहोस् त. डोन्ट बी लाइक द राइस पुडिङ. यसरी पकाउने, उसरी पकाउने, भरे खाना बनाउन गनाउने भएछ, डढेछ कि बिग्रिएछ. बेस्ट राइस पुडिङ बनाउन खोजेको, यसले के सिकायो? लाइफमा आइडिया मात्रै भएर हुँदैन, त्यसलाई युज गर्न जान्नुपर्छ भन्ने सिकायो। यु हेभ गुड आइडियाज बट यु नो हाउ टु युज। तिनीहरूसँग के चाहिँ थिएन, दुध 12 लिटर थियो, प्योर दुध थियो, सबै मिहिन थियो, दाउरा पनि थियो, तर पकाउने ढङ्ग भएन कि, पकाउने ढङ्ग भएन कि। त्यसै तपाईँसँग ठुल्ठुलो प्लान छ, ठुलो प्लान छ, तर एक्जिक्युट गर्ने ढङ्ग छैन, अब केही अर्थ हुँदैन प्लान भएर। तपाईँसँग ठुलो प्लान छ कि, $1 मिलियन आइडिया छ दिमागमा, एक्जिक्युट गर्न जान्नुहुन्न। नुनिया राइस पकाएछ, पकाउन जानेन नि त, बिग्रियो नि त। इट्स नट इनफ टु हेभ ग्रेट आइडियाज, यु मस्ट नो हाउ टु एक्जिक्युट देम। स्किल you must have skill to manage your life. Skill to manage your life. If you don't know how to manage, your life will be like the rice pudding. You spend a lot of time. At the end, your life became sour. Tito bhayo zindagi. Couldn't life be like the tista, which is nothing but an ideal, no matter where it flows and how. That's all about the story. Finished.